This doesn't seem to be working. That's weird. It's some tech of mine. So, is that on? Okay, there we go. We had to delete that one because, so yeah, so right now we're concerning ourselves with, kind of, just generally the structure of, the process. Okay, let's look up there. Okay, there we go. Now, earlier we experienced something where we took our A and then we connected it with the B, and then we connected that with the C, and then when we went to go check our C, the connection between B and C was gone, and which made no sense because on our platform over here, it showed that we had our timer. We had a nice little timer. So yeah, and now the connection between the A and the B is little to none. There's a lack of connection. There's a disturbance. There's a delay between the A and then the B. So we have now an RN conversation to worry about. And yeah. And it's not really, we're worried about that. That's not a speculation. We're just gonna go ahead and display that piece of tool as being faulty and break it. Is that really safe for the environmental structure? It's very safe for the environmental structure. And because of some cockamamie development of speculation of hacking, well, here, the moment that it's broken, you better have the proper equipment and the proper development in order to get it back ASAP. Otherwise, your infrastructure shall fail. So let's look at this again. So right now we're seeing that we were looking for that development, and it consists of the 12, the 1, the 6, and then the what is that other structure that they be having right across the street over there? And then the let's say the 10. Boom. So yeah, there's doesn't seem to be a connection at the at 6 p.m. and there's delay for the 6 p.m. and we're kind of like back in time in such a way, and that's a problem for this structure in the ninja world. So now we're looking at the shinobis in here as well and questioning their mindset concerning do we have a rogue ninja an RN out there blocking the A to the B point, because we just experienced some sort of B to a C point blocking, and yeah, and but we're gonna look at the B to the C point blocking as something that, you know, it occurs from time to time, and then the A to the B point, I mean, like, it's an old piece of development. It's mental health awareness. And then now that we're over at the shinobi portion, when the B and the C portion are blocked off finances, when they malfunction on finances, how quick can we get it back to that shinobi? How quick do we get that shinobi the proper ninja tools after the structure is gone? Basically, the headband is damaged. How fast do we get our shinobi back their headband? Basically, that's what it is. And that's kind of what it is. And it's looking, because right now, I guess, are you sure it's damaged? Here, come closer. If I chuck a kunai at it, can you dodge it? Maybe it's old. Let's see. It is potentially excessive use. We're gonna pass that off at that. But we were looking over there at that rogue ninja proportion over there at the capabilities of the developments that the chakra that the rogue ninjas know how to use concerning yeah. So what do we have over there? Because it's a mental health thing concerning, because if you're a part of that village, and they say that they have an A to a B connection that should be working properly, when that village or villages that investigate because that's just one connection that would be blockaded by rogue ninja 21 A7. So yeah, so rogue ninja 21A7. We're not stating that rogue ninja 21A7 has done this, but has the capabilities to basically block A to B, which causes it wastes fossil fuels, which is a problem, which causes any regulation of energy use from a certain location that still uses that, and that's gonna throw your planet back into this. It's kind of like it's weird. It's kind of weird. So let me try to walk that shinobi back to the proper village. So we get A, B, and C, and then D. So we said there's an A point to a B point and a B point to a C point. And from that, we know that RN2 A7 RN2AA7 has the capabilities to shut down the comms between the A and B access point while the B and the C access point is going on. And we just seen that we attempted to move from the B to the C. That was P1. And then P2, now we're experiencing a blockade between A and B. And could that first experience of the blockade have to deal with the... Nah, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. And the reason why it shouldn't is just because it shouldn't. This, on the other hand, can be removed. Okay, we're gonna go in here. Because why? Someone is getting a wrong impression about where this location is. So I just gotta kind of make sure they're not about to try to get their village laid flat. And why I say that is because if they didn't know how to get it I was gonna make sure they got it. And that's where I had to make sure, because I didn't want you in here looking ridiculous. So yeah, so you can't, you probably won't get action right now, but you can get a nice little quick little conversation before we transition over to something else. Will this come back over here? Probably not. It's not really needed. It's like a nice little something just to make sure that you're not that you're in the proper. So this is the village. So you're basically allowing someone to run off. They're not running off on me, and that's what we want them to get. So that's the village, and I have a it's not speculated to be a rogue ninja because the house our sensei has set up right there, because that's sensei's house, and right here that's my house. Right there that is Shinobi. We'll do Shinobi, let's say let's just say Ambu WH. That's because of the way my thing is structured right there, which is crazy. So Ambu WH, they would get into Ambu seating. I would force them to wear Ambu and to take Ambu missions. They would know that. Now over here, so that is our sensei's dojo. That's the dojo. That's my house. That's Ambu WH, and so you know, when Ambu WH decides to cut ties with me, aka Shinobi Shutter Wife, and so right now I'm known as Shutter Wife in the ninja world right now. SW and Swift Wind. So yeah, yeah, so like you do know that like here, I want you to know something. So you have Ambu here, New Heavy. So I see New Heavy. I'm not going anywhere near that. And then I'm gonna look at New Heavy from afar. Because New Heavy would understand. New Heavy would understand. You gotta catch yourself, New Heavy. AKA leader of New Heavy. Yeah. So let's look at that real quick, because yeah, that's what we have to discuss. So Heavy, New Heavy, and so New Heavy, aka Ambu WH has created a team called New Heavy. Well, they're New Heavy, and me as the Shinobi that I wanted, I guess New Heavy, if they were to see this, aka Ambu WH, you would understand that you're New Heavy. So you're New Heavy. So with you being New Heavy, I'm not going anywhere on that line. Now with you being over here at the ninja world, you know, I need to make sure that you understand this is not a game for you spiritually, and I want you over here properly. So I see New Heavy. And New Heavy gathered intel concerning something, and boom. Now this is a Ninja World briefing, you know. So New Heavy New Heavy eventually is going to decide whether or not this gets kept. But this is just a thumbnail. So these videos can be erased, but the content could show back up with just generally the same conversation concerning New Heavy. So New Heavy gathered intel concerning situationals, but when the information came back, it seemed as if New Heavy's leader was insane. So, and was not a part of the, because you get your information back. You get your information back. So let's look at this. Let's look at Ambu. So yeah. So let's look at this. So I get New Heavy. And New Heavy knows who the leaders is of that, who that is. So New Heavy, it's probably not a leadership thingy, but I've seen some New Heavy activity over there. And then I seen the leader of New Heavy. And when I seen the leader of New Heavy, I think that Shinobi's real name is like Lothon or something like that. I can't say it. I know it's Tlonh, and that's how you spell it. You guys know who that person is. So yeah, New Heavy. You know where we work at? See, if I go look at New Heavy, it's for your chakra network, to make sure your chakra network. You see that? CN, chakra network, to make sure your chakra network is secured. So since your chakra network is secured over there, yeah, I want to make sure that you're doing properly. Because like here, let's look at this. So let's look at Ambu Lothon, Shinobi Lothon. That's just a code name. And yeah, so A and B. So yeah, so when I got your information back, there was some data in it which made the leader look crazy. New Heavy. So that was New Heavy. And then I seen, so the leader, which is the what do you call that? We'll say 67 Qs, 67 dash BQ, Ambu 67 dash BQ 67B.Q is supposedly going through something amongst their chakra network, and they really probably need to just drink a lot of water. I don't want to classify insanity, but when you work at you have your job before we have to go back home to the west, before we have to go back to the west, because you work at that job, Adult Swim, and then you work at CN. Those are your jobs. Now, with and or without me, we would need you to be extremely healthy in order to take both of those houses. So now it doesn't look like the briefing has got through to you, but at the same time it seemed like it's there. So let's just put you in the village. So that's the village. That's the AHQ, aka the Ambu HQ. And so yeah, Lothon went there and got him a nice little Ambu mask. And then yeah, it wasn't that the information was reciprocated. I think that's probably what someone's trying to... Nah, that's not it. Because it's two different missions. It's mission A, and then it's mission B. Now, when you split your mission over there, here, if you see mission B shut itself down, it's for your safety and whatnot. Now, mission A, I need you to understand that here, because like we stated, you're new heavy. So since you're new heavy, we don't want anything out there damaging your ambu career, and then also your ambu career, and then your political image as a shinobi. And basically, we're here to just look at your chakra network real quick, kind of figure this out. Okay, so it's okay. All right. Now, okay, so you want some ice cream? You want to split an ice cream? You don't? Okay, good. All right. Later, I gotta get a brand new gotta go check out get some brand new equipment, some gear over at 1010 and stuff like that, and then I'll probably give you guys some proper showcasing in Ninja World. But like we stated, there's a chakra network that we have to make sure that was being secured, because like we stated, you work at the Adult Swim and you also work at a Cartoon Network, and then you work at Toonami too, which is basically this, and we want to make sure that you were getting over there properly, because there's two lanes. There's an A to Z lane, and then there's a here, let's just say there's an A through M lane, and then there's an N through Z lane. When you decided to take your route over there to AS and CN, we needed you to have been healthy, very healthy. A G, C, and a good chakra network. That's what we needed for you. An H and HCN, a healthy chakra network. Because our information displayed that your chakra network was off. And I was like, what, dead? Impossible. And yeah. So so when we went to get our proper, we went back home, we went back to the to discuss something, and it stated I think our hopefully our shinobi's okay, but if not, we're going to continuously deliver these messages over to that proper shinobi from this angle, because I'm pretty sure they would want it from this angle and not back at home, not at the actual job of Adult Swim and Cartoon Network. Why? Because they shut it off, and I was like, hey bro, you can't shut that off over here. That's not what this is. This is an SE, safe environment. So and then when it's not like we went there to check it, because I sporadically check for new shinobi development, because over here you're a threat. You're not a threat over here, but like you could be attacked, basically. Yeah, that's why we had to make sure that you weren't there. We had to keep you protected. And if you stated that you were doing the exact same, I wouldn't need to know that, because I mean, this stuff doesn't work. This equipment is broken. Gotta go to 1010.